Hola, ¿qué tal amigos? Buenos días, buenas tardes y buenas noches. Otra vez, aquí estamos para aprender español con Profesor Pablo y Muhammad Ali, el gran campeón del boxeo, Muhammad Ali. Okay, it's time to take our car into the garage. We need an oil change, an oil check, right? We've been doing so much. We've just been pounding on the lessons. We need to go back a little bit. Time to exhale. So this is our verb check number 1. Remember we talked about checking the dipstick in your engine. Whatever the lesson is, put that dipstick in, pull it out, clean it off, put it back in, all the way, then pull it out and look. If this is the full mark and you're not up to the full mark, that's great. This is a great indicator to say, okay, you need a little bit more. So we need some review. Review is good for everyone. Good for me, good for you. Es bueno para todos. El repaso review es bueno para Pablo, es bueno para ustedes, es bueno para todos. Okay, verb check 1. Let's go present tense. Let's go the yo form. We know that the yo form is the basis for what's coming up with commands and what we call the present subjunctive. All sorts of verbs are here. Irregulars, stem changing, all sorts of crazy things with verbs here. Let's see how we do. The yo form of estar in the present tense, I am. Estoy. How about poder? Yeah, it's a UE stem change. Remember all but nosotros? Puedo. Sounds like Play-Doh that you play with as a kid. Dar, that's one of those irregular ones that ends in oy, like estoy, doy, boy. So doy, I give. Ir, gosh, we know that. Boy, bas, ba, vamos, ba. The yo form, I go, boy. Ser, soy. Doy, boy, soy, and estoy. Estoy, puedo, doy, boy, and soy. The verb hacer. That's right, it's a go verb. Hago, H-A-G-O. I do, I make. Hago. Ver, to see. Okay, it's a little bit irregular. Veo, V-E-O. The reason it's a little irregular because if you take the E-R off, that leaves a V. And you just can't put an O on there. Bo, you'd end up with the abbreviation for vodka. Bo. We need veo. You have to insert that E. Veo, I see. Decir, I say or I tell. Digo. It's a go verb. So we have estoy, puedo, doy, voy, soy, hago, veo, V-E-O, and digo. All right, let's see if you can do it. Estoy, puedo, doy, voy, soy, hago, veo, and digo. Let's take our second cluster. By the way, I saw another lesson by someone else, and it was a whiteboard, but they had no clusters, and it was just like, it looked like a bunch of cobwebs. I'm not criticizing. I'm just saying for the brain, it's hard to compartmentalize essential parts of a lesson when it's just all one big mass of writing. So I'm really big on the clusters. Our second cluster, tener, to have, conducir, to drive, salir, to leave or to go out, aprender, to learn, to go out. We're going to go out tonight. Vamos a salir esta noche. Ya salieron, they already left, all right? They already went out. Ya salieron. Remember, ya is already or now. Pensar is to think. Bailar, to dance. Traer, if you can't breathe water, traer. Did you get that one? And comer is to eat. So let's see if we can get the yo form. Tener, it's a go verb. I have, tengo. Conducir is a ZC verb in the yo form only. Conduzco with a ZCO, conduzco. Salir, it's a go verb. Salgo. Aprender, regular verb. Aprendo, I learn. Pensar, it's an E to IE stem changer. ABN, all but nosotros. Pienso. Bailar, regular verb, bailo. Traer, it's a go verb. It's kind of unique. Traigo, Traigo, traigo. Comer, regular verb, como. A regular verb is like going fishing and somebody puts the fish in the boat for you and fillets it, right? Regular verbs, we love them. They're so easy. All right, let's try it again. Tengo, conduzco, salgo, aprendo, pienso, bailo, traigo, and como. How about you try it? I have, tengo, I drive, conduzco, I leave or I go out, salgo, I learn, aprendo, I think, pienso, I dance, bailo, I bring, traigo, I eat, como. How would you say I eat like I eat? Como means I eat. Like is como as well, C-O-M-O, como. They happen to be spelled the same. Como, como, como. I eat like I eat. All right, let's go here. To sell, vender, like a vending machine. Saber is to know or to find out. Remember, saber in the past, preterite is to find out, like no lo supe, I didn't find out. But in the imperfect, which we haven't studied, but we did study sabía in the past, that's how you say it, I did not know. No sabía or no lo sabía. Venir is to come. It's a go verb. Saber is irregular. Vender is regular. Manejar, to drive, regular. Manejar and conducir, there's your match game. They both mean to drive. Conducir, it's repeated. Okay, to drive, that's good. Because it's a ZC verb. Let's practice it double. Correr, to run. Correr las olas means to surf. Now, literally, it means to run the waves, right? Can you imagine to see a person running the waves? No, no se puede. You can't. Correr is to run. Empezar, the E to IE, it's a stem change when? ABN, all but nosotros. And llover is to rain. I just love that verb. It's an O to UE verb, and we don't say I rain or you rain or they rain or we rain. We just say it rains, okay? Let's go for the yo form. I sell, vendo. This is irregular. Say with an accent on the E. Venir, vengo, V-E-N-G-O. It's a go verb. Vengo. Manejar, I drive, regular. Manejo, manejo. I drive, it's a ZC. Conduzco, conduzco. I run, corro, corro. I start, IE stem changer, all but nosotros, empiezo, empiezo. And it rains, okay, we're going to go the O to UE, and this is an ER verb, so it ends in E, llueve, llueve, llueve mucho en el invierno. It rains a lot in winter. All right, let's see if you can do the yo form. I sell, vendo. I know, say. I come, vengo. I drive, manejo. I drive, conduzco. I run, corro. I start, empiezo. And it rains, llueve. Okay, those are the three clusters of verbs. Now let's go through them one more time, the yo form. Let's see if we can do it. I'll try to pause. Estoy, puedo, doy, voy, soy, hago, veo, and digo. Como, traigo, bailo, pienso, aprendo, salgo, conduzco, and tengo. I sell, vendo, say, I know, I come, vengo, I drive, manejo, I drive, conduzco, I run, corro, I start, empiezo, and it rains, llueve. So those are the yo form. The most important form are all the forms, essentially, but the yo form is the big one because, again, once you know how to do the yo form, then you're going to be able to do commands. You're going to be able to do the high level of communication skills like the present subjunctive. Present subjunctive sounds something really foreign to you, but it's going to become very, very familiar, and you're going to be excited to be able to put sentences in the present subjunctive. For example, I want you guys to come to the party. Quiero que. Quiero is present tense. Quiero que ustedes. Okay? The que means I want that you guys. Quiero que ustedes. When you have a subjunctive sentence, it's like a trailer, a car, a hitch, and a trailer, or a truck, hitch, and a trailer. The truck is quiero, the hitch is que, and then the trailer is the verb and the subjunctive. But how do you get to the subjunctive? Listen, I want you guys to come to the party. Quiero que ustedes vengan a la fiesta. So to get to that subjunctive, you're going to take the go verb, the yo form, vengo, okay? And it's an IR verb, and guess what? If it's an ER and IR verb, you're going to swap it out for an A, the AR ending, essentially. Quiero que ustedes vengan. So how do we get to vengan? By knowing the present tense. It's so critical. Okay? Where did we leave off? Okay, that's good. So we've gone over these verbs in the yo form of the present tense. Let's just try the we form right now. Because the we form, remember, if it's a stem changing verb, it doesn't stem change in the we form. In the irregulars, let's see if we can handle them. Because this is the way life is. Spanish verbs, they just come at you. You just don't talk all regular verbs. That would be too easy. And it's not all stem changing verbs. It's just everything all the time. So let's see if we can put these in the present tense and the we form. We are, estamos. We're able to, podemos. We give, damos. We go, vamos. We are, like we're friends, somos amigos. We make or we do, hacemos. We see, vemos. We say, decimos. How about we have? Tenemos. We drive, conducimos. We leave, salimos. We learn, aprendemos. We think, pensamos. Bailar, bailamos. Traer, traemos, and comer, comemos. I think you're picking up on this. The crazy stuff happens in the yo form, and the stem changing happens in all but the nosotros. So nosotros is like grandma and grandpa coming over to take care of the kids. It's going to be an easy night. Okay, let's go we over here. We sell, vendemos. We know, sabemos. We come, venimos. See, there's no go there. We drive, manejamos. Okay, we know this is a ZC in the yo form, conduzco, but it's grandma and grandpa, piece of cake. Conducimos, we drive. Corremos, we run. Empezamos, we start. And well, it's not going to be we rain. It would be llovemos, but it doesn't work that way. All right, so that's just a little check of the dipstick of the present tense, okay? We don't expect you to be perfect on these, right? But we expect you to certainly understand what's going on and know a lot of them. And we'll be doing a lot of these checks as we go along, because it is very, very important to take your car in for an oil change. Check the brakes, adjust the brakes, right? Okay, now, do you remember we did a, as, a, hemos, on? First of all, we want to remember that the H is silent. A, as, a, hemos, on. These come from the verb haber, H-A-B-E-R. That's where we got hubo when we did there was one accident, hubo un accidente. There were many accidents, hubo muchos accidentes. Haber is what we call an auxiliary verb. It's used with a past participle, hado, ido. This is the equivalent of the English ed. For example, it has rained. It is always the third one of the 5 verb conjugations. We're not teaching the vosotros form now, but we'll get to the vosotros form for those of you that want to practice this for going to Spain. We will get to the vosotros. A, as, a, hemos, on. So let's go with it has rained. It is always the third one. A. Now we take the ER off and we add IDO. Ha llovido. It has rained. Okay? Ha llovido. It has rained a lot. Ha llovido mucho. It has rained a lot in the mountains. Ha llovido mucho en las montañas. It has rained a lot this year. ha llovido mucho este año. We just studied this. Este año. It hasn't rained a lot this year. No ha llovido mucho este año. All right? So it's a two-step process. You take the a, the as, the a, the hemos, or the an. For I have, you have, he has, she has, usted, you have, it has, we have, and they have, and then the ed form of the verb. But there are some irregulars. Remember, some of them were like dicho for decir, said, or told, hecho, done, or made, puesto for poner, put, right? There are some irregular ones. Let's see how we do with this. Estar. I have been very busy. Okay? A, take the AR off, and you're going to add ado. He estado muy ocupado. Mom has been very nervous. Mamá ha estado muy nerviosa. We have been very busy. Hemos estado muy ocupados. We have been, hey, here's one. We have been living in the mountains for a year. Well, we have been would be hemos estado. How do we do ing? Here we go. Let's take the iendo. That's the ing for er and ir verbs. We have been living in the mountains. This is where Spanish gets exciting, and I am seriously getting goosebumps because the language learning module has all of this stuff, and they don't want to. Hey, you don't have to stay in your own lane, bro. Not in Spanish. You can go wherever you want, right? You can fly. You can dive into the ocean. You can swim, jump, run, crawl. Whatever you want to do with Spanish, you can do. You don't have to stay in one lane. So when I was just thinking here, we have been, and then my brain says, we have been living in the mountains. Well, vivir, V-I-V-I-R, is to live. So let's analyze this. Hemos, we're going to take the ado, the ado right, where is it? Right here. Take the AR off. Hemos estado, we have been. Okay, let's take vivir. Take the IR off and add yendo. Hemos estado viviendo en las montañas por un año. Dad has been working a lot, okay? Papá ha estado. How do you say working for trabajar? You know how to say it. Trabajando. Papá ha estado trabajando mucho. Okay? I have been studying Spanish for 4 years. He estado estudiando español por 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, muchos años. Okay? This is only one speck of sand in the language learning module, and it is all there for you to create with, to build sentences. So we started off just with this, the present perfect, and then I started putting some INGs on there. And why? Because it's easy and you can do it, no problem. Poder. I haven't been able to do anything. No a. We're going to put IDO on here, aren't we? We're going to take the IDO. No he podido hacer nada. No he podido hacer nada. There are 3 verbs put together. No he podido hacer nada. We haven't been able to watch TV. No hemos podido ver la tele. Dar. They have given a party. Dar una fiesta is to throw a party, right? So they have thrown a party would be han dado una fiesta. We have gone to the beach a lot this summer. Hemos, take the IR off, and what do you have? Ido. Hemos ido mucho a la playa este verano. Ser, you're babysitting some kids. They have been really good. They have would be on, the N factor. The N factor. On, take the ER off and add IDO. They have been han sido muy buenos. Now, everything we're doing on the board here, we've had lessons on these, right? So it's not like this is not how I would be going over this if we were teaching it for the first time. We drilled it hard on our specific individual lessons. Now we're just kind of reviewing a little bit, right? Putting our feet back in the water. Let's go down here. Hacer. Well, the past participle is hecho. Have you done the homework? You say to your son or daughter, has hecho. Has hecho la tarea? We have done very well. Hemos hecho muy bien. Now, ver, it's visto, V-I-S-T-O. It's a regular one. There's only about 8, 9, or 10 irregular past participles that you have to concern yourselves with, and you're going to learn them. Hecho, visto, dicho, 3 of them right there. And hacer, ver, decir, ser, ir, dar. All these verbs that are irregular and a little quirky, wouldn't you know, they're the ones that we use the most in the Spanish language. But there's a good side and a bad side to that. They're quirky, yes, but the good side is you hear them all the time, and that language learning module is going to get those little ponies in line, and you're going to learn them and know them. Okay, we haven't watched TV in a long time. No hemos visto la tele en mucho tiempo. He has told the truth. This one is dicho. Ha dicho la verdad. So to say what you have done or haven't done, it's he, has, ha, hemos, han, plus your past participle, right? Let's look at the past participles. Estado, podido, dado, ido, sido. This one's irregular. Hecho, visto, irregular, and dicho. How about over here? Comido. This is traído, but there's an accent on the I to break up the diphthong. Otherwise, the A and the I together in traído would be a diphthong. One vowel sound, we want two. Traído. Bailado, pensado, aprendido, salido, conducido, and tenido. Most of the past participles, thousands and gazillions of verbs in Spanish, but very few are irregular in the past participle. Sold, vendido, known, sabido, come, venido, driven, manejado, conducido, run, corrido, started, empezado, and rained, llovido. For example, it has rained. So let's leave this part here. We've done the yo form of these. We've done the we form, right? We've also refreshed our memory about how to say what has or has not happened. It's a two-step process. You take the he, has, ha, hemos, han, followed by the past participle. And on a few of them, we added the ing form, ando, yendo. Let's take a peek now here. Voy a plus ar, er, or ir. To say what you're going to do. If you want to say, I'm going to be at school tomorrow. Voy a estar en la escuela mañana. We are going to be able to go. Vamos a poder ir. They are going to throw a party. Van a dar una fiesta. Voy a ir. I am going to go. Voy a ir. We are going to go. Vamos a ir. They, the N factor, they are going to go. Van a ir. I like to have fun with you with the N factor. Hacer. What are you going to do? Que vas a hacer. And remember the H is silent and the a, they run together. But as teachers, we slow it down. Que vas a hacer. So you know it's a word by itself, a. But when you say it, que vas a hacer? Que vas a hacer? We're going to watch the movie. Vamos a ver la película. What are they going to say? Que van a decir? You see, the verb ir, voy, vas, va, vamos, van, in infinitives, you can do so much with infinitives, and you can do so much with the verb ir, to go. Voy, vas, va, vamos, van. I'm going to have a party. Voy a tener una fiesta. Who is going to drive? ¿Quién va a conducir? We are going to leave early. Vamos a salir temprano. What are you going to learn? ¿Qué vas a aprender? I'm going to think it over. Voy a pensarlo. The lo would be attached. Voy a pensarlo. You could also say lo voy a pensar. We'll get to a lesson with object pronouns. We're going to dance all night long. We're going to rock around the clock. Bill Haley. Vamos a bailar toda la noche. Traer. Who are you going to bring? ¿A quiénes vas a traer? Or ¿a quién vas a traer? What are we going to eat? ¿Qué vamos a comer? Mamá, ¿vamos a comer chocolate? Por favor, mamá, chocolate. Mi corazón late por el chocolate. I'm going to sell my car. Voy a vender mi carro. We are going to find out tomorrow. Vamos a saber mañana. Are they going to come? Van a venir. Who is going to drive? ¿Quién va a manejar? ¿Quién va a conducir? We're going to run home. Vamos a correr hasta la casa. Empezar. It is going to start in 10 minutes. Va a empezar en 10 minutos. Or va a empezar en 10 minutos. Llover. It's going to rain. Va a llover. It rains. Llueve. It has rained. Ha llovido. It's going to rain. Va a llover. Okay, so we've done some present tense review with the dipstick. We've done ir plus infinitive with a dipstick. We've run a check. And we've done what we call the present perfect. As, a, hemos, an, do. What about estar plus the ing, just simply? Okay, let's take a few here, because some of these aren't going to work. Estar and poder aren't going to work with this. I could say they're giving a party, like right now. Están dando una fiesta, the house next door. Okay, how about ser? Hey, how do you say being? Like the kids are being good. You're babysitting. Take the I-E-N-D-O, bring it over here, get rid of the E-R and add the S in front of it. They are being good. Están siendo buenos with an S. Okay? What are you doing? ¿Qué estás haciendo? Look, estar, estoy, estás, está, estamos, están. We know it very well, like the backside of our hand. Voy, vas, va, vamos, van. We know that very well, okay? And we're getting on this, as, a, hemos, an. There is just so much that you can do with the ing form, the ed form, and the infinitive form. Okay? So a few more with the star. Let's say it is raining. How would you say that? It, estoy, estás, está lloviendo. It is raining. It's starting. Está empezando. Why is she running? ¿Por qué está corriendo? Who's driving? ¿Quién está manejando? ¿Quién está conduciendo? Saber in the ing, nah. Why are they selling their house? ¿Por qué están vendiendo su casa? Are you having problems? ¿Estás teniendo problemas? What are you thinking? ¿Qué estás pensando? Wow, she's dancing like a spinning top. Ella está bailando como un trompo. What are you eating? Are you kidding me? ¿Qué estás comiendo? We're doing fine. Estamos haciendo bien. All right, we're going to call it. We're going to lower the curtain on this one. This is a verb check. We did present tense. We did the yo form. We did the we form. We did the present perfect, what has happened. We did what you're going to do and what is happening. So that's a lot of communication in Spanish. So we're just going to keep getting better and better and better at it. And we'll be doing studies of just individual verbs like llover, and we'll put llover through its paces like it rains, it rained, it used to rain, it is raining, it was raining, it's going to be raining, it has been raining, and you'll see how easy all of this is. It just comes together so easily. It might seem difficult, but believe me, it comes together easily. But please, go through the lessons in sequence. If there's something that you check the dipstick, you check the oil level, and it's not quite where it needs to be, you need to put oil in the engine, right? Well, what you need to do is just practice the lesson a little bit more, and you'll get it. Look at me. I had nobody that spoke Spanish in my family. I still don't, okay? I learned it. Basically, yeah, I took it in I took it I didn't take it in elementary school. I learned how to count to 10 and do the colors. Junior high, I took a semester as a 7th grader and as an 8th grader. High school, I took all 4 years, but I loved Spanish. I practiced it. I read comic books. I watched TV. Now I watch TV. Put on the subtitles in English if you need help. Put on the subtitles in Spanish. Read comic books. Read articles online. Go to YouTube. There's all sorts of stories in Spanish. I mean, there's a million ways. But you know the best way? Speak Spanish with someone who speaks Spanish. It's great. I used to go through the telephone book and look for Hispanic names, and I would dial the number and say, Hola, me llamo Pablo. Soy estudiante de español. Quiero aprender español. ¿Usted puede practicar español conmigo, por favor? I would do that. It sounds crazy, but I really had a desire to learn. And like I told you before, learning to speak a foreign language is something that everybody on the face of the earth does basically perfectly. Everybody on the face of the earth can speak their native language, right? Come on. Has nothing to do with intelligence. It's all about exposure and desire, because if you're in an environment where you're not hearing it like your native language, then you have to do the tips, the tricks, and the tools and practice. You need to practice, you need to have the desire, and then your best friend, even better than Pablo, is your language learning module. Okay, that's it. Got a little talky there, but anyways, love you guys. Keep up the great work, and we'll see you soon. Hasta pronto. Hasta muy pronto. Hasta la próxima lección. Bye bye.